Alrighty, so this is going to be my Link's Awakening for Switch any percent tutorial. A few things before we start is that I plan to make this several parts. I'm probably going to do the first part up until after D2, and then the second part will be until after D3, then after D4, then D5, and then after from D6 all the way up until the start of Flame Cave Skip. And then the last part will be D8 and D7 and beating the game. Also, in the description for each of these videos, I should have a timestamp to the glitch that happens in that particular part of the run. So, for example, in this first part, I'll have a timestamp to whenever I explain BowWow Skip. So, if you want to just jump straight to the glitch, that's fine. But I will be going over the movement and the dungeons and just overall what you want to do. So first things first, my Switch is in English right now. Select a user. We don't want it to say that. We want to play in German. So we're going to go down to System. We're going to change this to Deutsch. And we're going to restart our console. Also, bear in mind that my Elgato has about a 1.5 second delay. So some of the things that are timing based aren't going to match up perfectly. So I'll do my best to explain when I'm timing it so that you can follow. I also can bring up a browser of my current PB and which won't have any delay and show the timing from that. So I'll actually do that for this first trick that we're going to do, which starts before we even play the game, which is going to be RNG manipulation. So let me actually, since I don't have a timer up right now, I'm just going to play my PB. And I'm going to use that to, actually, I'll just set up a timer really quickly. Let me open Live Split. Live Split is definitely a must-have if you're going to want to run this game. Let's open up this. And let's add it to OBS. Another very good software that you should have if you're going to speedrun. So here's my timer. I'm going to remove it actually after this first trick. And you're going to want to make it start at -1 minute. So from here, just make sure it's the right button. Okay. So you're going to want to hold the power button on your Nintendo Switch. And you're going to want to reset the console. And so as soon as the screen turns black, I'm going to start the timer. And then as soon as the timer goes from -36 to -35, you want to launch the game. And actually, really quickly before I show you that, I'm just going to show you guys something that's very important, which is this. This is the seeds for RNG manipulation. So if you start the file at -36 seconds, your pattern in D4 will be this: top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left, middle. And then your egg maze pattern at the end of the game is going to be this. So this is the same thing for 35 seconds, -35 seconds, -34, -33. So it's good to have these patterns up in case you're ever off by a second, which you shouldn't ever be off by more than 1 second. And oh, my switch just turned off. So when I do runs, I like to have this up at all times so that I can, in case I ever mess up, I know what to do. But we're going to be aiming for this pattern right here. This is the pattern you want. So back to the game, and let's do it. So we're going to hold this. We're going to hold the power button. Power Optionen. and we're going to do new starting. So you see the loading wheel appear, and the second the loading wheel disappears is when we're going to want to actually start the timer. And then as soon as it switches from 36 to 35, you want to press it. So I know that that didn't actually look correct because I have delay. So because of that, I'm going to show you when I would press it in my PB, because that'll be much more clear. So here's my PB. So now I would press it right around there as soon as it changes from 36 to 35. So I'm waiting, I'm waiting. Now, I think I pressed it on the exact same frame. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, you basically, as soon as it changes from 36 to 35, you wanna start the file. Okay, cool. So now we're ready to actually play the game. I'm also going to get rid of these splits because I do not need them anymore. Alright, so now the RNG manipulation should be good. We can take as much time as we need. The only thing that matters is when you actually start the file. So, delete my color dungeon speedrun file. And we're ready to enter the game. So there's actually a way to tell if you're on the correct seed by listening to Link's grunts here, and let's see if I got the right seed. So when he does that, the two, you know that you got the right seed for 35 because that's the correct sound he should make. So the beginning of this run is really simple. You just, you could just easily follow along to what I'm doing. It's really straightforward and simple. You just get the shield. From here, we need to travel down and get the sword. I am playing on physical, so we're going to need to wait 20 years for the game to actually load. So it's a pretty straight shot to the sword. Nothing too fancy. After this, we're going to be going up to try and turn Terran back from a raccoon into a human so that we can get the key for the tail key dungeon. And actually, I'm going to play with one hand for a quick sec while I lower the volume on my monitor, because it's kind of loud and I'm afraid that it's bleeding into my headset. Okay, there we go. Okay. Also, the reason why we play in German is because what's important, since we have instant text, is not how long the characters are, or like how condensed characters can be, which is when Japanese is like the fastest, but rather how many text boxes there are. And since you can say a lot of things really quickly, or a lot of things in one word in German, German is the fastest because it has the least amount of text boxes. So here, you're just going to go around, break the crystals, walk over that corner. If a bat comes near you, you can just kill them. You can also open this chest on the way back. You can skip doing it right now and then open it on the way back. I think it actually might be like 2 seconds faster, but my muscle memory is too ingrained at this point. I like doing it first. So over here, I like to slash right away coming out of the thing to. Oh Jesus, that was bad. Ideally, you want to slash the grass, and then block him, and he should be stunned for the rest of the duration. He's gonna try and hit me again, so I'm just gonna block him again. But that part isn't too hard. What am I doing? Okay, I haven't played this game in like a few weeks, so never mind. That first rock, I actually, you know what, since I messed that up, which is really embarrassing, I'm just gonna do it again. Ever since I got my 118, I've been on a hiatus and I have not played, so I was a little bit unsure of the pattern. That's what you want to do. Jeez, that's really embarrassing. From here, you just go around the left side. Here, this guy, you're going to be able to block him as soon as he notices you, so you can just take your sword out. These guys you can ignore. If you get lucky RNG where they're kind of faced away from you, you don't have to hit them. You can just stealth behind them. So yeah, you can probably watch until I get the tail cave key, the D1 key, and then pause the video and then try it for yourself. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I like to slash him there to get a little boost. Don't know if it saves any time. Think it looks cool. So you're gonna want to equip your powder and then blow him up. I like to blow him up right here so that he gets stuck in the corner like that. I feel like it makes the cutscene end faster. But that could totally just be me imagining it. And while he's talking, I'm holding left and pressing B so that I instantly slash those bushes. So we're about to enter D1, and things start to really pick up after D1. Everything before D1 is fairly slow, but you got to get through it. Someone figure out early rooster before D1, and I'll pay you $1 million. So this is all straightforward. You're just gonna walk. Okay, so really quickly while this is opening, I'm gonna do this before every dungeon. I'm going to explain the path that you're gonna want to take to get through the dungeon. So let me open my monitor and explain the path. So we're gonna come in from here, and we're gonna go upper room. And also the reason why I'm doing this is because the later dungeons, it's confusing to walk through the dungeons without remembering which, oh, do I go right here, do I go up here? So I'm gonna do this so that maybe if you want to, you can screenshot it and save it as a picture on your desktop. So because when I first started doing runs, I actually printed out pictures of all the maps and drew the route on them so that I could look at it while I was running. So I figured that might be helpful for some people. So you're going to want to go up here, from here, over here, through here. Get this chest. Continue forward. Gonna go up here. You know, all you want to go around this room. Kill the 2 enemies in here, and then go in the stairs. and then that should bring you here. You get the chest, and then you auto-load the game. So then once you auto-load the game, you're going to spawn back at the start. You're going to go over here. You're going to grab the feather, or wait, what am I saying? Jesus. You're going to go over here. You're going to kill the two, oh my god. The feather is in here. This is the feather. You're going to kill the two enemies in here. Grab the key that spawns right there. Go back out this way. Go up. Kill all the enemies in here. Or actually, you don't need to kill any of them at all. No one does that. You step on the button. It makes this chest fall. You get the chest. And then you go here. Go up. Then you go over here and over here. You get the key, the dungeon key, the nightmare key, and then you backtrack, and then you go in here, and you kill the mini boss. From there, you just go up, and you fight the normal boss, and then you beat the dungeon. So that is D1. So let's do it. This guy might get in your way oh my god. So you can kill him if he gets in your way. Sometimes he's nice and he just lets you be. You don't have to hit him. But other times he can be very annoying. Actually, that's not the strategy you're doing. I now go above and I do that. I used to go down and kill those two things, but so there's a bunch of ways you can kill the enemies in this room. That's one way. I actually normally do it a little bit different than that, but anything should really work. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're a beginner, so you might not be looking to do the absolute most optimized strats. So for now, a lot of the strats I'm going to be showing you should be good enough. So this is when we auto-load the game. So you go right, load in, and then you load your autosave. You don't want to equip the feather before you auto-load because then it won't save, because it saves as soon as you grab it, not afterwards. So here, I don't know why I said you kill the enemies before. You just jump on the button, jump off. Get the dungeon key. If that guy gets in your way, you can just jump in slash and he'll get scared and run away. So this mini boss is interesting. So right away, you're going to want to face towards the door you just came into and charge a spin slash. He's going to push the rolling log at you. You're going to jump over it and spin slash him. From there, you're just going to want to try and corner him and hit him with normal slashes. So it should look like this. If possible, you want to push him up towards the top so that you're closer to the door once he dies. For the next boss, you're going to want to hit him with 2 spin slashes on his tail. That's essentially the whole boss. That's all you got to do. So there's one. I like to run away until I feel like he's going to come out again. So like nowish. And then hit him twice. And we have completed D1. So here you're going to want to mash B because it makes this text close quicker, which is something I actually didn't know about in my PB, and I'm really bitter about it because I lost a good amount of time from not pressing B in those white screens. So don't be an idiot like me and press B there. So here is going to be the start of the first major skip in the game. Normally, these kids tell you that their dog, who's actually a demon, BowWow, was stolen, and they want us to go get him and save him. We're not going to do any of that. We're just going to pick up this chicken and go about our merry way. So what you could do is you could throw it and slash immediately. If you slash the cuckoo, that's not really good because then... actually, I don't think you have to wait for him to calm down before you can do the trick because the chicken kind of freaks out if you hit him. But it definitely is... you don't want to do that. So here you can throw him past it and then do that. So this is the trick. That like that is over there on top. We want to get him in. We want to get him ultimately to be able to suck us up while we're standing over here. So I'm actually going to be showing. There's 2 strategies for this. I'm going to be showing you guys, in my opinion, the far superior strategy. A lot of people like to stand right here and throw the chicken. So like if they got sucked up right now, that would work. But it's a little bit finicky. If you're standing too close, that won't work. If you're standing too far, it won't work. You have to be kind of like aiming yourself, and some controllers have flick back, so you could like try and do a little quick fix and then your controller will flick the other way. The other method is to go all the way in this corner and then just press up like that. That's it. I like to press it up like twice. Like that would work. And that would probably work as well. You just go into the corner and just press up right. And you don't need to throw the chicken at all. You just hold on to it. So now the trick becomes luring the like. What I like, so there's a sword slash method to get him aligned better. I don't know it. You could watch Sukinar's tutorial on that if you would like to learn more about that. I like to just lure him like this. So he can see in front of him and he has to travel a certain distance before turning. Oh my god. That's fine. So I'm going to make him come this way again, and then I'm going to go down, and he should follow me. Like that. So from here, you mash any buttons you want. So if you're mashing, he won't take your shield. If you don't mash, he'll eat your shield every time. So just to show that again, I'm gonna do it one more time. See if I can get any hearts. Nope. So again. So this is actually perfect RNG. Normally, he is going to bounce off that hole right there. Oh, okay. Well, he just changed. But if he doesn't and he's going up and down above it, then you know he's on good RNG. So there, it's bad because he's going to be bouncing off that hole. So I like to lure him over here. Did not want him to suck me. That's fine, though. So let's make him go over here. And then let's make him go down. Go up a little bit, and mash L and R, and boom. From here, this jump is a little bit difficult to make, but just know that you can stand further off the tree than it looks. So the trees are squares, so basically where the leaves end on the bottom is where you can jump off. So you just jump. You have to jump again right there to get over this little invisible wall. And then from here, a lot of people like to go from here. They go up diagonally this direction. I say why risk falling off? Just go the easier route, which is like this. From here, you just jump over. So that is BowWow Skip. Now, before I do D2, let me do what I did again for D1. I'm just going to outline what you do. So you come up here. You light the torches. You come over here, you come down, you hit the switch. Come over here, you go up here, and then you go up here. This will bring you here. So then you want to go through the door, kill the Hinox, go up here, ignore the chest, you go over here, and you get the bracelet in this room. From here, you come back out and you get this key, and you keep going over here. You jump over the gap and you go down here. You solve the riddle here, with the bunny and the keys and the skeleton. You get the nightmare key chest, and then you continue over here, and then you come out over here. You can do a nice little swag jump to get over there, fight the genie, and you win the game. Just kidding, you just beat the worst boss in the game. So that is that. So now let's do it. So that's the strategy. I like to basically stand next to the one who's walking, because I know one of them will jump onto me. And then as soon as he lands, I spin slash both of them. I like to hit him in the butt for good luck. I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing. So you're supposed to. Okay, I'm just gonna redo that again because I'm an idiot and I haven't played this game in a little bit. So you come up, you move this one first, and then you move this one. For some reason in my head, I thought you only had to move the one on the left, but that's not true. So here you can get hits to avoid getting an acorn drop, since acorns drop every 15 kills without taking damage, and all they do is slow us down. So, and we can always refill our hearts right there anyway. So for this room, we want to walk forward and do jumping slashes, and you want to hit him at least. It takes 8 hits to kill him. So I try to hit him 3 times, 3 times, and 2 times. So it should look like this. So that's the quickest way to kill him. If you, it's a little bit tricky. If you mess up, he might grab you or hit you with a bomb. As long as you don't die, it's not the end of the world. Here I like to jump. Oh, I messed up really bad. Actually, can I redo that room? Okay. So I jump over the ghost, burn it, and then slash them both. That's what you want to do. I totally messed up that jump the first time. So now we have the power bracelet and we can pick up stuff. A lot of people don't pick up this chest. I do. Because it pretty much guarantees that I will have enough rupees for the whole run. Here I just do a jumping double slash to hit it twice. You can also just hit it twice normally. But that looks cooler. But yeah, having enough rupees is very important for this run, and picking up that chest only takes like a second, so I like to do it just to ensure that I will not run out of rupees. So here you have to kill these enemies in a certain order. You have to kill the Pole's Voice first. That is terrible RNG. Oh, actually it's not terrible. You have to kill the bunny first, then the bat, and then the skeleton. And then we get the nightmare key. From here, I like to just pick this up, throw it at him. So here, right when you come out of this room, there's a strategy you can do that is very consistent. I used to think it was so difficult, but once you get the hang of it, it's very easy. I'm just going to show it off because the other way to do this is very self-explanatory. You just walk around the room to get to the boss. So normally you would just go down, left, and jump up and get to the thing. But if you hold down a little bit to like here, and then you go left, and then in mid-air you hold up right, you can just skip everything. So that looks like this. So that's a little bit faster. It's down, then straight left, and then up left when you like land on the edge of the wall. So this boss is a joke. He takes a million years to fight, and he is incredibly easy. The first phase is incredibly easy. The second phase can be a little bit tricky if you don't have the right game plan. So here you can literally do whatever you want. In my runs, I like to just style around. I like to style on him. Slash him. Oh no, my pot, it's indestructible. You can't beat me. Okay, cool. So I like to do some like moonwalks. I don't know, I've come up with some pretty fun random movement things to do here. Out of boredom. And the millions of years I've spent fighting this guy. So this is where a lot of people do this method. Some people try to spin slash him. In my opinion, it's not worth spin slashing him. You run the risk of taking damage and interrupting your spin slash. You're not hitting him twice, and not getting a 2-cycle. What I do is I wait for him to appear. I walk over to him. I eat the fireball, and then I just mash B. That's it. It's a guaranteed 2-cycle, which is the fastest cycle you can get. If you have a better premonition of where he's going to come out from, then you maybe can not eat the fireball, but it literally loses half a heart, and it takes like half a second for him to hit you. So I just eat the fireball and then mash B, and it's incredibly free. So that is the end of D2, and it also is the end of this the first part of this tutorial. So definitely try to get this down pat, and then once you can do this pretty handedly, then I would continue on.